and then slide a bowl underneath it to catch the water and then just slide the bowl out. I do have it on a little roller cart, but it's just not high up enough to really put something substantial underneath it, because with a pot that big, I have to add a lot of water to it, because if not, it doesn't get properly saturated, and that's not good for your plants. That's why I always say to take plants to the sink, because that way they can get properly saturated. Outside, you can see I didn't have time to bring in my cacti, but they're totally fine out there, just covered from the frost. So they're pretty frost tolerant, but because it gets down to like -6 here sometimes, like it just really depends on what the temperature, like what that specific winter day wants to do. I will be bringing those in probably pretty soon, maybe in the duration of this video, but I usually put them like along the sliding glass door here so that they can get optimal light. But this room is so full because I also need to bring in some hydrangeas. Like, it's not looking good. I have so many plants that I'd like to bring in, and I just don't know if I'm gonna have the capacity to do it. Like, I was thinking of setting up some sort of grow light system in my garage, because my garage is insulated, and though it does get cold in there, I don't think it goes below like 50 or 40 degrees. It just depends. And like cactus would be totally fine in that. Hydrangeas would be totally fine in that. Like a fig tree, stuff like that would be fine in about 40 degrees, but you know, other things like my houseplants probably wouldn't. So I'm gonna prioritize that in here and just sort of figure something out, because as we know, I am planning on building a greenhouse, but the people who are leveling the land have not gotten back to me yet, which means that they've had a pretty busy schedule, which makes sense because it hasn't been raining really at all lately. So they've probably been able to get all of their jobs done. And they did tell me that if they did fit me into the schedule, it would probably be because there was like, hold on, let me set you up here. It would probably be because it was like a rainy day or something, or they finished something really early. So there was never a guarantee that I would be able to get this done before the end of the year. And you know, once the ground starts to freeze, we're looking at next spring. So that really sucks. I was hoping that it would be able to get done like with the leveling maybe around November, and then we could build it in December and start heating it and getting stuff in there. But that was wishful thinking, and I kind of knew that. So either way, you know, we're just gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out, and that's totally fine. So I do need to buy grow lights anyway for like a seedling growing system that I want to set up for garden seeds, because I would like to do seeds again, like try again, because last time I did seeds, none of the seedlings made it. Awesome. So my entire garden was direct sow plants, and that was awesome and everything else, but I would love to start some seeds and have like my own plants out in the garden. I mean, I did plant some starts that I bought from other people, but it's not the same, you know? So anyway, I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna do some watering because the plants need it, and you can enjoy a nice little watering medley. I'm using my moisture meter a lot these days, and that's mostly just because the seasons are starting to change, and so that can get a little bit confusing as to when the plants are actually thirsty, because in the winter time the plants are using less energy, therefore less water, and so you're not going to need to water as much typically. Now that always confuses me a little bit, and I'm very, very conscious of overwatering and causing root rot. And basically overwatering happens when you water a plant when it doesn't need it, so you're not allowing those roots time to dry out. And so I'll just pick up my moisture meter, stick it around the plant just to ensure that it is actually thirsty. I never put it in just one place, I always put it in multiple places, just to ensure that it's not just a particular dry patch in the soil and the actual entire plant needs water. We have a little root sticking out on this one. Can you see that little root sticking out? This is usually what I look for before I pot up a plant. This one came to me with, I don't remember if it had no root system or if it had a tiny root system, but this is my Philodendron billetier. It is ready for some soil. I'm going to put it in just a little pot for now. This is a 4-inch terracotta, and it will still live in the greenhouse cabinet. Oh my gosh, not this one. There's spider mites on this one. I actually just decided to throw away a plant that was like absolutely infested with spider mites. This is probably one of the worst infestations I have seen on one of my plants, and I had it really bad a couple years ago. It was worse than that, and that's really saying a lot. Somebody asked me if pests happen while you're on vacation. The answer is yes. I wouldn't say it's happened to me a lot, but that was a case where it was really bad, and I didn't notice it until right now. Okay, so this is the root system we are working with, and I'm going to be potting it into one of these clear orchid pots just so I can monitor the roots. All right, since we're repotting, I might as well repot this Philodendron Florida, which is so beautiful. Look at this leaf right here. I have not even taken it out of its nursery pot. It's currently in sphagnum moss, still packaged from when I opened it up from a friend who gifted it to me to share about their shop. And this plant has only done amazing. Like, it has seriously just flourished under weird circumstances. Like, I definitely should have potted it up before, but it was just constantly looking happy, and I've been busy, so I didn't really have like big motivation to do it because it didn't seem like I needed to yet. But now I feel like since I have all this stuff out right here, I might as well just quickly take care of it. So we're gonna look at what these roots look like, and maybe this will have it push out even more growth. I mean, it is always putting out new growth. Even though it's been living in spag, it's constantly doing something, which is really exciting. Yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna be a no for this pot, which I'm sad about because I really want to use this pot. It's from, I think, Bud and Bowl, and look at it together. It's so pretty. I know I'll be able to use it someday, but today is just not that day. Okay, this is exciting. I was afraid that I was not going to have something, but then I remembered this pot was gifted to me by my friend Mariah, and it has a drainage hole. Thank goodness. I think it'll be the perfect size as well. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, my friends, I'd say that we've worked up quite the appetite, so I'm going to make lunch with a Green Chef meal. Today I'm making mole roasted carrots, and I'm so excited to just have something good and nutritious in my body because traveling, we know that I was just on vacation, and vacation usually means eating out a lot, and I just need a good reset, so this will be perfect. If you aren't familiar with Green Chef is a USDA certified company that has dishes for a variety of lifestyles, including keto, paleo, plant-powered, or those who simply want a little bit more balance, like myself. I've been getting the plant-powered box for pretty much the entire time I've done Green Chef, and every once in a while throwing in the standard diet box, which has meat. And every single time, the recipes are easy to follow with step-by-step instructions, chef tips, and photos. The ingredients come pre-measured, perfectly portioned, and mostly prepped. And to make it even better, Green Chef is the most sustainable meal kit, offsetting 100% of plastic use in every box and 100% of their carbon footprint and emissions. So if you are interested in checking out Green Chef, you can go to greenchef.us/delaplants125 and use code delaplants125 to get $125 off plus free shipping on your first box. All right, you guys, I'm so excited to try this. This one was a lot of elements. It's like a cake. We got layers. I'm super excited. We have the rice, pinto beans, carrots, corn, and roasted tomatoes, and then guacamole with fresh tomatoes. So let's try it out. I want to get like an element from each piece. It's so good. Every time it's so good. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Love it, you guys. Check them out, okay? All right, so now I need to clean up the plant room because the plant room is a disaster. Truly, it looks horrible. And this is partially because I just brought in a bunch of plants, and one of them I had no choice but to just put it right here. I'm down here at first because I want to show you my greenhouse heater. So I got a lot of questions about what I use to keep my plant room warm, because this room is a 3-season room. I think 3-season room is what I'm gonna go with from now on. And that basically just means that no air conditioning or heating comes into this room, which is something that